Hello, everyone. My name is Pranav Nambiar. I am a Director of Product Management on Google Cloud. Today, we have with us Manish Sood, who is the CTO and founder of Reltio. Manish, thank you for joining us on the session. Great meeting you. To get things started, how about you give us a quick intro into Reltio and the products you're building?
Yeah. Pranav, so at Reltio, we've been focused on accelerating a value of data. And what we're doing there is that if you think about the evolving landscape in the enterprise, almost every company has a growing number of applications. Those growing number of applications create fragmentation and silos of data. And Reltio's responsibility in the process is to be able to stitch together the core set of data that your business runs on, which could be customer information, product information, supplier information, or any such variant that is used by different parts of the business or business processes, and provide a unified view or a single source of truth for that information.
Great. Specifically, dealing with diverse data sets and having a single source of truth is definitely a challenging proposition that many, customers and businesses deal with. So can you share with us a little bit more on how you're, utilizing GCP to solve some of these challenges?
So just to give you some examples, we work with customers across a diverse set of verticals, ranging from life sciences companies to financial services, insurance, healthcare, or retail. And in retail, when customers have Black Friday type of promotions or scenarios, they have to scale up their customer API, because across multiple channels of engagement or interaction, they will have customers coming in through the in-store type of sales or through the e-commerce type of systems, or calling into the loyalty management type of support lines. And at every point of engagement or interaction, it is critical for our omni-channel customers to understand that it is Pranav as the customer who's trying to engage through any of these channels at any given point in time. So when we looked at these sets of requirements combined with the type of data that we handle, which keeps on coming or increasing in terms of the number of sources that contribute into it, we had to think about elastic infrastructure that we should build our software as service capabilities on. And that's where we decided that using some of the capabilities that were provided by GCP as compute, storage, or cloud native data store type of capabilities would provide that elastic backbone that we could build a massively scalable system on top of. For Reltio, the real-time orientation where we can provide the quality of service where customers can depend on our APIs and respond to some of the requests in 100, 200 millisecond type of a time frame. Initially, we started leveraging for storing and managing some of our data, Cassandra as a key part of our infrastructure. We would manage and run Cassandra clusters. We would deploy them in GCP type of public cloud capabilities. But as technology has evolved over the last few years, we have been looking at capabilities such as Bigtable as a starting point, where we've been able to effectively reduce or move some of our workloads off of Cassandra into a Bigtable so that we can not only serve that data up at scale, but we can also then make sure that we are adhering to a level of SLA or quality of service type of requirements that are being asked for by our customers. At the same time, you have several other exciting capabilities available with GCP, and one of the things that we are looking at, in addition to Bigtable or BigQuery type of underlying data stores, is the use of Spanner, because a lot of our customers are now coming to us and saying, Reltio, if your service uptime and availability is 99.95, we need to think about Reltio as a tier 0 or a mission critical system. And hence, the SLA associated with the service needs to be in the 5 nines type of realm. And in order to create that, or service that type of a need, we are now in the process of creating a business critical tier for our customers as a part of our product offering.
Do you also have scenarios where you need to integrate the analytics side of the things with your OLTP databases as well? If so, can you maybe touch upon how exactly are you connecting these two aspects?
Yeah, great question, Pranav, because customers, when they are talking about the use of data or being able to leverage data across multiple scenarios, they don't really care about the distinction between an OLAP versus an OLTP system. Those are technical limitations. If you have unified customer data across hundreds of different data silos that you have, the same data needs to be used for transactional processing or coordinating any kind of business process flow, as well as for feeding AI, ML, or BI analytics types of workloads. Because at the end of the day, most of your analytical requirements will need the same data available for you to be able to do accurate rollups and analysis. And that's where we have inside Reltio created the capability where we are able to service both of those workloads. But behind the scenes, we have used the notion of polyglot persistence, where all of the high-speed data resides in capabilities like Bigtable and Spanner.
Got it. And as a company, you're dealing with scale, you're dealing with business critical data, and you have built a technology stack to solve some of these core challenges. I'm sure there are many businesses out there who are facing similar problems, who are trying to build similar technology stacks on their end to deal with massive data, make sense of the data from diverse sources and so on. So in your journey, you had multiple years of experience in this space. Can you share with us maybe 2 to 3 big insights that you think are very critical for anybody trying to build a technology stack in this space?
So, almost every customer is now trying to figure out how to accelerate their journey into the cloud. And data is a key enabling capability to help bring the rest of the systems or parts of their infrastructure into the cloud as well. The first thing that we looked at and in our conversations with our customers talk about is how to make sure that we have a unified view of some of the core critical data that we run on. The second area for us has been the adoption of highly scalable capabilities in the cloud and some of these data-centric type of visions that every company has, especially if you look at the evolving landscape. Almost every business now talks about how they are a data business and a technology business in order to solve the emerging challenges in front of them. In order to drive towards that, they also have to think about how to embrace new technologies at a faster rate and pace, and especially the cloud technologies. So this is a constant stream of, I would say, evolution as well as experimentation, where we have to think about how to embrace these capabilities at scale that are available at scale and ready for full automation end-to-end in the cloud. And this is something that, we had the luxury of learning over the last 10 to 11 years time frame because we started our journey in the cloud, but a lot of the organizations are having to do this in a short time frame. So leveraging what's already been created, what has already been put into place by either providers like Reltio or GCP for that matter, and partnering with us so that you can benefit from our experience is one of the types of pathways that every company has to think about in order to accelerate their ability to embrace the capabilities of the cloud.
Great. I think those are some very useful insights. I think you rightly said most companies are beginning to realize that they're in the data business versus the technology business. And I think many companies, as they're moving to cloud, some of the insights that you mentioned could definitely be very useful for them as they start building their journey towards digital transformation on the cloud.